Yo, what is up? What is up, y'all? Man, I'm back. I am back. I am back. This is George I Cortright, ready to give you another mad week. Man, oh man, oh man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching this. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for everything with you mofos out there. I appreciate it. Like I told you last week, going through some times right now, but hey, I'm still smiling. I gotta smile because that's all I got to do right now. I gotta fucking smile and I'm fucking keep doing this. I am doing this and I am doing it and doing it and doing it well. But I am back again this week to give you some more shit. Unfortunately, the atmosphere, the world these days, they ain't gonna let me go a week and be like, oh my god, I ain't got no bad stuff to tell you about. I wish I did. I wish I had one of those weeks, man. I wish I had one of those weeks to say, hey, it's all puppy dogs and ice cream today. Everything's been cool. But no, that's not the case. But before I bring you the shitty news that I tend to do, why do I just bring the negative shit? No, I don't always just bring the negative shit. I bring some of the good shit too. Not always, but a lot of times I throw in some good shit. Actually, I got one or two good things in here. But shit, it's called a mad week for a fucking reason. But what did I do this past weekend? Well, obviously, you guys know this past weekend was the Super Bowl. Watched that shit on Sunday, but I didn't really do too much. I was at home, on my couch, pretty much woke up just in time to watch the Super Bowl because I had a wonderful weekend. What did you do this weekend, George? Well, a buddy of mine came into town. My boy that I used to work with, and now we good friends. He lives over in San Diego right now, but he came into town, and we went to the Waste Management Open. That is the golf event that is in town and in the Scottsdale area the weekend of Super Bowl. Every Super Bowl, whether the Super Bowl is in town here or it is away, the Waste Management Open, part of the PGA Tour, is in Scottsdale, Arizona. So we went out there with some clients. We actually still work in the same industry, so we share clients. So we went there Saturday morning. Actually, Friday night, we kicked it, hung out with clients as well Friday night. Went to a couple of places, back out in them streets again, unfortunately. Actually, I only went to one place. If you ever come to the Phoenix area, go to Zips. They ain't paying me whatsoever, but Zips has the best wings in the Phoenix area that I have experienced. You get them golden. That's a little bit of sweetness on it. The size of them is pretty good. They don't give you these small rinky-dink ass wings at Zips. So had some big beers, had a couple rounds of wings and shit, and actually kicked it. Really didn't do too much that night, but just kicked it. Started the weekend off, you know. Hey, you back in town. Let's have a good time tonight. Bang. So went home after that. Saturday morning is when we got things popping. Pretty much it's just a big ass party that is focused around golf. Some people are like, oh, golf is boring. If you came to this event, you wouldn't think golf was boring whatsoever. The Waste Management Open is famous or infamous for the 16th hole, where they built this fucking big ass stadium and it keeps getting bigger and bigger around this one par 3 hole, and people just be shouting, hooting and hollering and cheering and all this stuff. The Uber driver told us that they were predicting about 300,000 people out at the event for the day. And that is what it usually is. People from all over the place come to this event just to have a good time, watch some golf, and just drink, be in sunshine when in northern states it's cold as fuck, it's got snow on the ground, Down here, I think it was about 75, 80 degrees. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt out. Man, that's why I like the Phoenix area, man. The weather outside ain't frightful to you northern motherfuckers. Sorry for you. Actually, I ain't sorry for you because you could be moving somewhere else. So if you don't like the snow and all that stuff, move somewhere else. Like I did. I am down in sunny Phoenix and the Scottsdale area. But we just had a good time. Ran into some people I knew. Said what's up. Had some drinks. Had a good time. After we were done with that, we went to this fancy restaurant to eat. It was called Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen. Yeah, we went there to have some burgers and fries and shit. It's been a while since I had some hot stuff from Dairy Queen. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of fucking crazy. After that, took a nap, got up, cleaned up, and was ready for the night. And this, being that there's so many people in town for the open, when it comes to the nightlife, it is just as crazy. So the three of us went out in Old Town Scottsdale. Had a good time, had some beverages. That's what I'm going to say. We had some beverages. Met up with some other clients that was out there. And just had a good time. Had a good-ass time with my boy that was in town. Crashed on the couch in this hotel. And just, dude, friends are everything to me, man. Friends and family. They keep me sane. They keep me cool. They keep me grounded. I just have, like, having fun with friends and family. And shouts out to my buddy who came into town, taking me to the Waste Management Open. That was the first time in probably about 4 or 5 years that I've gone to the Waste Management Open. I just wasn't into it. I know Tiger Woods actually performed there, played golf there. I want to say about 4 years ago, and I was gonna go then, but I decided not to because I thought it was gonna rain. And I just wasn't into it. Just wasn't ready. Wasn't feeling it. But this time I was, and I had a great time. So thank you, my homie, for coming to town and give me something to do for the weekend. So had a great time. Then, like I said, on Sunday, recovery mode. Just sat around until the Super Bowl came on, and I was ready to watch that game. That was a great ass game. As you know, the Patriots did not win. They did not win. It came down to the last couple minutes, and everybody, well, I thought that, oh shit, you never can count Tom Brady out. This motherfucker's the GOAT, as people might want to argue, but that motherfucker is money. When it comes to being a fucking quarterback in the NFL, he's got the rings, he's got the stats, he's got all that shit. He's the greatest quarterback to ever grace that fucking NFL field. I know I'll keep calling Kurt Warner God's gift of football, which he is. But Tom Brady, of course, is the greatest quarterback in NFL history. You can argue it if you want, but you shouldn't. But it was a good game. Philadelphia Eagles end up winning. It was hilarious watching Kevin Hart try to go up onto the stage to accept that trophy with the team, although he ain't with the team. And the bodyguard was like, nope. Security, nope. You can't go up there, Mr. Hart. You ain't a part of this team. So that was fucking hilarious. Oh, it was a great game. It was a great game. I wasn't a fan of the commercials this year. Usually there's a couple commercials that stick out and be like, ah, that was cool, that was cool, that was cool. Yeah, I wasn't feeling them this year. There was a little rundown, a little shabby, not funny. I just wasn't a fan of the commercials. So Super Bowl commercials, step your game up. Step your game up. Super Bowl commercials. Super Bowl halftime. It started off slow. Justin Timberlake started off with a song that I had no clue what the fuck it was. And I was like, well, oh, come on, man, don't do this. And then he got in, he did the whole Justin Timberlake thing. Like, oh, that's the jam, that's the jam, that's the jam. All right, so It was cool. It was cool. Wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the worst. It was cool. I respect it. I appreciate it. So Super Bowl, entertaining. Something happened after that. I can't remember what happened after Super Bowl, but oh well. I am done with the Super Bowl. But the Super Bowl does roll into my first stories for this week. New England Patriots were playing the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, and they were playing in Minneapolis. Well, during Super Bowl week, turns out that Rob Gronkowski, who is the tight end for the New England Patriots, had his house robbed while he was away for the Super Bowl. That is fucked up. Sounds like an inside job, too. If somebody knows that your schedule, that sounds like an inside job. Supposedly, several safes and several handguns, or firearms, they called it, were taken from him, and amongst other things. The police report did not say exactly all the things that were taken, but some of the things that were mentioned and were safes and firearms. Turns out that Rob Gronkowski, as you see there, lives only a couple miles away from Gillette Stadium. That's where the New England Patriots have their home games. So he lives a very short distance from the stadium, and somebody must have known that his schedule, it's surprising to me that an alarm system didn't go off alerting people, or that he didn't have somebody house sitting. He's a millionaire. He should have at least a homie or something that he wasn't gonna take to the Super Bowl watching his house. Why the fuck would you not? Shoot, your mom, your aunt, your little cousin that you really don't like that pissed you off that one time. Yeah, hey, stay at my house. Don't fuck with my shit. But I'll let you use my stuff. I'll let you use the TV. I'll let you use the little scooters that I got around here. But just watch my house. Make sure nobody comes and steal my shit. Feed my dogs, cat, iguanas, and all that shit. If you got money, you probably got some animals and shit running around just being merry, because you got the room, you got the people to clean it. Speaking of cleaning, you ain't got no house cleaner. You ain't got something like that comes around and would notice, hey, something's fucked up or something. So it's crazy and fucked up that while he was away doing the United States and the world a favor by performing in Super Bowl, somebody went and jacked his shit. Like I said, sounds like an inside job. That's fucked up, whoever it was. As of the time of research, there was no update on whether they found out who it was, what it all was missing, and all that stuff. So if you want to know more, Google it. My next story also involves football, I guess. Well, Super Bowl, not really Super Bowl. But anyways, Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is the New England Patriots offensive coordinator. The thing with him is, prior to the Super Bowl, he agreed to become the Indianapolis Colts head coach. So prior to the Super Bowl, he was like, yes, I will accept your position for head coach. We'll do the papers after Super Bowl. Got to concentrate on the Super Bowl. Well, Monday after the Super Bowl, he went into the in with some coaches, the owners, general manager, and all that stuff of the New England Patriots, doing his exit interviews. Just like anybody who is going to be leaving a place, a business or something, they have exit interviews. He went in on Monday and had some exit interviews with the Patriots, and after those exit interviews, he told the Colts general manager, hey, I'm ready for the press conference on Wednesday. Let's do this. This was Monday. Well, Tuesday, He had more exit interviews, and after those exit interviews, he ended up calling the Colts GM and told him, you know what? I'm staying. I'm going to chill. I'm good. That's kind of fucked up, especially for the Colts. You know, they had somebody who they thought was going to come in. Josh McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator. He didn't do so well with his last time as head coach of the Denver Broncos. They didn't do so well. But as offensive coordinator for the Patriots, he's done a lot of good shit for them. So the Colts thought, hey, we got our man, until they were going to have a press conference on Wednesday. But on Tuesday, he's like, nah, I'm going to chill right here. That's kind of fucked up, Josh McDaniels. And I just did my research as well. Josh McDaniels' agent ended up cutting ties with him for his change in mind or some shit. They was like, you know what? I don't want to fuck with you no more. You're making me look bad. You said you was going to do something. You didn't do it. You're making me look bad, bro. I'm out of here. But anyways, supposedly, Josh McDaniels got a raise in pay, as well as, well, their speculation is he's trying to stay with the Patriots just in case Belichick moves on or just retires soon, so he can just roll into taking over the Patriots, which is a great franchise right now because of their dynasty. People don't want to call it a dynasty, but goddamn it, they're that fucking good. They won this many fucking Super Bowls and been to this many Super Bowls. I think Tom Brady's been to 8 and won 5. Yeah, that's a dynasty. You might not like it. That's a dynasty. For those of you who's like, oh, George, you're talking about all this football shit. I used to play football, goddammit. That's why I talk about football. I love football. And right now, I could shed a tear because football's over. Football's over until like August, man. What I'm going to do? Watch basketball? Ugh. As long as somebody takes out LeBron James, punk ass, I started watching. They struggling like a motherfucker too, so I'm cool with that. But football's gone until August, man. Two tears. All right, I'm back. All right, but anyways, yes, it's football, and I'm not done with football. Unfortunately, this next segment of my story, it ain't just easy peasy. All right, somebody flip-flop. All right, whatever. Somebody got their house burglarized. All right, whatever. This one, not so good. And when I talked to you about how the Colts got fucked over by Josh McDaniels, that ain't the only thing that's happening with the Colts, man. The Colts linebacker Edwin Jackson was killed early Super Bowl morning at 4 a.m. So before the game starts, 4 a.m. Saturday night, Sunday morning, 4 a.m., he was killed. Apparently, he was in an Uber. Him and the Uber driver pulls over to the side of Interstate 70. They say that the Uber driver was helping Edwin Jackson, was helping him outside of the car because he was sick. Most likely, Edwin Jackson got drunk as a motherfucker Saturday night. Okay, but he was doing a fucking responsible thing. He got an Uber to take him home. A lot of people would get a DUI trying to drive themselves home. You hear about all kinds of professional athletes getting DUIs when most of these leagues, I know that I've personally heard of the NFL having like a hotline where no matter where you are in the fucking country, you can call this hotline. They'll send a car to come pick you up. The NFL will do that on their own dime and all that stuff. So this guy right here, Edwin Jackson, was doing the right thing, called an Uber to take him home because he had a good night, probably. This is my speculation, but probably. Well, he was getting sick in the car, so he's probably about to throw up. They pull over to the side of I-70 near Indianapolis when this motherfucker comes and bangs, rams right into the back of the Uber car. The Uber car hits Edwin Jackson, hits the Uber driver, and they are killed. One of the bodies, it didn't specify which body, was it the Uber driver or Edwin Jackson, ended up flying into the middle of the highway. When the state trooper comes to investigate or comes to tend to the incident, he accidentally runs over the body that lands in the middle of the road. This shitty story. This is a very shitty story. The guy who ends up running into the back of the car, turns out that he was drunk. He was a drunk driver. Not only was he a drunk driver, he was an illegal alien. This was Manuel Orrego Zavala. So he tries the Manuel tries to flee. Oh, I forgot to show you. This is Edwin Jackson. The guy tries to flee on foot prior to state troopers getting there, but he luckily, thank goodness, he was caught. And think about the words I just said. He tried fleeing on foot. He was a drunk driver. He tried fleeing on foot. So he's well enough after this car accident to get out of this car and try running off, but yet 2 people died in this incident. It's very fucked up. So fucked up. And that's why you shouldn't drink and drive. At least one of the many, many reasons you shouldn't drink and drive. And like I said, turns out he was an illegal alien from Guatemala. Not only that, he was his blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. Not only that, not only is he an illegal alien in the United States, he was deported twice already. Not only that, he had already gotten a DUI in California. This shit is unfortunate, man. A mad week. You never want to hear about shit like this. I'm not a Colts fan. I didn't really know who Edwin Jackson was before I heard this story. But you just gotta have sympathy for people involved, as well as the Uber driver. You know, people trying to do the right thing. People just out here trying to live, trying to do the right thing. Be good people. And dumbasses come and fuck it up. And this motherfucker is still able to walk away. But luckily he was arrested and he got convicted. And will he stay in the United States, serve his time? Will he be deported? I don't fucking know. I really don't know. But there, a hefty punishment should come to this Manuel Orrego Zavala motherfucker. And like I said, he was an illegal alien. Alright, I get that. And this could have happened with a citizen. It was a drunk driver. So no matter whether they're legal or illegal, it's a drunk driver, and that's the fucking problem. But guess what? Yeah, your president, Donald motherfucking Trump, has to take time to address this and take time to use this situation to plug his agenda. He does go on Twitter and, sends his condolences for the Colts and Edwin Jackson's family. But he also goes on saying, so disgraceful that a person illegally in our country killed at Colts linebacker Edwin Jackson. This is just one of many such preventable tragedies. We must get the Dems to get tough on the border and with illegal immigration. Fast. I don't appreciate the president using this incident to back his thoughts, his ideas, his agendas. That's bullshit. This ain't the time or the place to do that shit. It's so fucked up. Yes, I do agree some kind of stronger immigration policy needs to be in place. There should be... I don't like the fact that... I don't like illegal aliens. Once again, it's called illegal for a reason. I think there should be some better policy, some better ways to increase employment of government officials or whatever, to get people legalized in the country, to do background checks, to do all this stuff. That could create jobs for people, to actually get people to become citizens. From what I hear, it takes a while to process the paperwork and all that stuff. It takes a long time for this shit. So if you add more people, it will shorten that time, and then people won't be just illegal aliens. They'll be documented citizens of the United States, and then we can get the tax money from them and of the such and all that stuff, man. But what Donald Trump is trying to do, I do not agree in. I don't agree that in this fucking big ass wall he wants to build and all that shit. Mostly likely that shit ain't gonna happen, because it ain't gonna happen in the next less than 3 years, and I doubt if he's gonna be serving another term for that to get into place and go on and all that stuff. Whatever. This is just me talking. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about all the times. This is politics, and I'm not that good when it comes to politics, but I do have opinions, and that's why you're watching my show, to see what the fuck you think, George. What the fuck do you think, and why? And that's why I'm here to tell you. But anyways, that's that about football. That's that about football. Looks like I'm a little choppy right now. So if I'm like break dancing, pop locking, I don't know what the fuck that was, but if I'm doing that, it's because it's a little choppy. So my bad, people. Next up, this one is kind of for my mama. The Temptation singer Dennis Edward dies on February 1st. Oh, I got a picture. Dennis Edward dies on February 1st. Aw, one of the Temptations. Is that just the story? Nope. Come to find out, his wife Brenda, who's right there, is suspected to have abused him in the months prior to his death. A protection order was filed weeks before the death for alleged domestic abuse. Allegedly, Brenda allegedly tried suffocating Dennis by holding his head face down on the bed. That's an alleged story. She also took his hearing aids from him when he was bedridden because of his sickness. Supposedly, he was 74 years old at the time of his death, and he died from meningitis complications. But supposedly, his wife was very abusive to him in the time prior to his death. At the time of my research, they have not convicted her, and we don't know exactly is she going to be tried or some charges are going to be put against her or anything like that. As of yet, no, it's just alleged. So once again, Temptation singer Dennis Edward dies February 1st at the age of 74 from meningitis complications. And I don't know how long this show's gonna be, but if you're still with me, what up? How you doing? What up? Yep. All right, next. Oh shit. And the shit don't stop, man. You keep hearing different guys being brought out because of the Me Too, because the Time's Up movements and all that stuff. Well, I know, I didn't know prior to the story, but Steve Wynn has been in headlines prior to this movement, but he is back in because of this story. Steve Wynn of Wynn Casino and Resorts allegedly pressured a grandma into having sex, saying he had never had a grandmother before and wanted to see how it felt. Oh, sorry about that. Temptations was still up. And this is Steve Wynn. So this actually happened in the late 80s. Right now he is 76. Right now he's 76. The lady that he was trying to have sex with, he allegedly forced into having sex with, was at the age of 71 now. The lady's 71 now. Wynn is 76 now. This happened back in the late 80s. So what? 30 years, blah blah blah, 40-something. Well, this lady just was a single mother of 8, so the story states, and one of her kids just had a baby, so that technically made her a recent grandmother. And Steve Wynn was like, "Hey, I've never been with a grandmother. Let's do it." The lady said, "I did it willingly because I felt like I had to. I didn't really want to. I was afraid for my job." That stuff like this is a little rocky for me. Like, all right, obviously there's other shit. All right, let me finish the stuff on here. Allegations first came in 1997 when 11 Mirage waitresses sued for discrimination. Steve Wynn said, "Lose weight to look better in your uniform." And now, dozens of former Wynn staff are accusing Wynn of coercing them into sex, including a manicurist that allegedly received $7.5 million in settlement. So, that's all the information that I got on that. But let's get back to this lady who he said who is accusing Steve Wynn of forcing her into sex. And you hear this several times in this movement, and I don't want to downplay the movement. I support the movement. I support both movements. All the ladies coming out. If you've been wrong, I feel bad for you. I don't like that shit at all. Women should not have to go through this shit. And I had a major conversation with my buddy who came into town, had a major conversation about some of these victims and so-called victims. This one, she said she did it willingly. All right, if you do it willingly, where's the problem? She said because she feared for her job. All right. So did he say, "Fuck me or you're gonna lose your job"? Did he say, "Hey, let's get this done. You might get promoted or anything"? If he didn't come out and say, which she didn't say, that he said, "Hey, if you don't fuck me, you're gonna lose your job." So is it really his bad? Is it his bad? All right, I'm a bigger guy. 200. We'll just round it up to 30. 230. If I ask a girl, "Hey, would you like to have sex?" She ends up having sex with me, and then she later says, "Hey, I did it willingly because I feared for my life because he was bigger than me. I never said if you don't fuck me, you're gonna die." So where does that come in at? It's like a blurred line. No, all right, he may be a pervert. He maybe have done some other shit, but in this situation, in this story, I don't know. And it's like some of these other people, like that Louis C.K. He asked if he could jack off in front of some of these people. If they said yes, is that Louis C.K.'s fault? Some people have to like be held responsible for their own actions. All right, if you're afraid, is that so? You're saying the job that you don't want to lose is more important than your dignity and more important than your respect and more important than all this other stuff, that you would just let a man do this? You need to think about the stuff inside yourself. You need to think about what's in your mind, what's in your heart. If you were not forced, if you did things willingly, not forced, because there are some people out here that's just trying to take advantage of men as well. So, like I said, I appreciate the movements and all that stuff, but the thing is, some people are getting accused of stuff, and just the allegations alone are fucking these people's careers up. I just don't like that part, but I really don't like motherfuckers taking advantage of women either. And when I say taking advantage of women, I'm not saying that, you have money, you ask somebody and they'll do it. That's not taking advantage of a woman. That's a woman, that's gold digger status. That's a woman trying to get ahead by doing somebody with money or power and stuff. They try to do that, and if they don't get what they want, they scream, they cry wolf. That's bullshit. So I'm back and forth. I know my buddy's gonna disagree with me on this shit. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me on this shit. But come on, some people have to be held. Everybody needs to be held accountable for their actions. Whether they say yes, whether they forced, whether they were trying to get something, whether they didn't lied and all that stuff. Everybody needs to be held accountable for their actions, man and woman. There we go. On to the next thing. Whew. Well, we're going to have to say goodbye. We already said goodbye throughout the country to most of these, but Texas just said goodbye to its last Blockbuster. Blockbuster used to be my joint. You go, get some movies, you got a weekend, get a game or two. Man, that's your whole weekend. You ain't got to go out nowhere. You wasn't going nowhere. You watch movies, you play some games, whatever. Now Blockbusters are defunct because of stuff like Netflix, streaming and all that stuff, Redbox and all that stuff. But I thought these motherfuckers were already gone. They went bankrupt in 2010. They filed for bankruptcy in 2010. They tried getting a lift in 2011, which didn't work. They just continued to go down. Most of the stores in the United States had been closed, but the one in Texas finally closed, which leaves 8. There's still 8 Blockbusters open in the United States. Still 8 Blockbusters open. And 6 of them are in Alaska. I guess they don't have good Wi-Fi there or some shit, because they don't know how to stream Netflix and all this other stuff. They want to go get that hard copy DVD. Maybe they might even have VHS up there in fucking Alaska. I don't know. I didn't see any when I went to Alaska last May, but there's 6 in Alaska and 2 in Oregon somewhere. So, yeah. Goodbye. I am very choppy. Goodbye, Blockbuster. Oh, just in case y'all forgot, I am still champion. I'm still fantasy football champion. I am champion. Just in case y'all forgot. All right. Let's take this motherfucker's face off here. All right. Next. I hate these people. I take it back. I don't really hate them. I'm just not a fan of giving them publicity and looking at all their shit. But Kylie Jenner gives birth to a baby girl supposedly on February 1st. She didn't announce it to February 4th, so it said, but February 1st, she gave birth to a baby girl with rapper boyfriend Travis Scott. Here they are right here. And like dumbasses, I don't even know why, dumbasses, they named the baby Stormy, Stormi, which is kind of fucking weird because I can't remember if it was last, I think it was two shows ago, I talked about the Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump situation. You'd name your baby Stormy after the only other Stormy that anybody can ever relate to was the porn star that had sex with Donald Trump, allegedly. You seriously gonna name your kid Stormy after that shit? Whatever. That's what you want to do? Whatever. But anyways, I don't like giving Kylie Jenner too much shit. Just like I really don't like giving Kim Kardashian her fucking thing, but oh well. Next. And like, things happen in a weird way. That Temptation died February 1st. Kylie Jenner gave birth February 1st. Alright. And speaking of more babies, Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry are expecting their third child. Whatever. As well as Alonzo Ball and his girlfriend are expecting a kid. So that is what I have for the news. But I want to end with a story that I heard. And I'm like, what? Once again, in one of the previous shows, I talked about the craze of sex dolls, these real life sex dolls. I don't know why I'm so fucking slow right now. These sex dolls that are being made and it's like all the rave right now. They're all the rave. But I guess there was a story about how they created a Tupac sex doll. Tupac's, one of the best rappers. People state. I think he's one of the best rappers ever as well. But the motherfucker's dead. And to make a sex doll to look like Tupac is kind of creepy, kind of weird, kind of fucked up for women and men, I guess, to have fun with. So I went and did my research, and I found this picture, and there was not that much. Found this picture. Yeah. Oh my God, that looks just like Tupac. And then I look closer. You know what? Let's see if I can do this. I look closer. Wait a minute. Is that a keyboard in the background? That is a keyboard in the fucking background. That's not a life-size sex doll. That's an action figure. So I did more research, and it comes to find out somebody was just making a fucking joke. That ain't fucking real. That is a Tupac's sex doll hoax. I know I've called out another fucking hoax on this show before, but I'm calling the fucking Tupac sex doll story a fucking hoax. We got. So, and that is my show for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the video isn't too choppy. I will go and find out. But thank you for tuning in. My goal is to be live on Thursdays, 8 p.m. On YouTube Live. Live stream on Thursdays, 8 p.m. AZ time, which is Mountain Time right now. We'll be switching to Pacific time later. But thank you for joining me. You guys, much love to the people out there that support me, who are my fans, who watch my stuff. Man, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys enjoy your days, enjoy your weeks. Have a nice fucking time. Live life to its fullest. I'm out. I'm George I Cortright, and this is A Mad Week. Peace.